Hello ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else watching. My name's Eric, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the Bioshock Hub. You guys don't normally see my face here, and I don't normally use Facecam, so I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone and try to use more Facecam in more videos or potential live streams. If you guys want to see that, could you maybe do me a favor? Either hit the like button or leave a comment down below. Both help, and both are equally appreciated. So thank you. Let's see how many likes we can get on this video. I'm not going to set a goal. I'll let you guys do the work. Now, this video in particular should have been recorded 2 weeks ago. That is completely my fault, and I do apologize. I wanted to see if any more information was going to come out. Ultimately, it didn't. And also, I wanted to make sure that I gained permission to use this from OopsLeaks themselves. If you want to stay up to date with leaks, follow their Twitter account. You can see it on screen now. I will also put it down in the description. And as far as YouTube coverage, you should definitely subscribe here because I have a ton, and I mean a ton, of videos here about Bioshock 4, Bioshock 3, Bioshock Parkside, Bioshock Isolation, Project Parkside. You guys get it. There's a lot of names floating around and we don't know yet. So without further ado, let's cut out the bullshit. Let's just jump into this. And it's a thread, so we're going to break it down piece by piece. Everything I know and heard about the new Bioshock, and please keep in mind, English isn't their first language, so I'm going to try to interpret it as best as I can while reading, so just keep that in mind. Do take most of this information at face value. And even me, I can't speak English sometimes. It says, do not take most of this information at face value. Like I always tell you, take it with a grain of salt. I thought for a long time whether or not it was worth sharing all of this at all, but a large number of people crave for at least some sort of information from me. And hey, the artwork is done by my buddy Grief. So, here we go. Most of the questions I get are about the new game in the Bioshock series. I get a lot of information from new people. I think it's mostly bullshit, as I can't confirm anything since I'm no longer in touch with my original source. Let's start with what I know for sure. I'll go over it again with a couple of clarifications. The further you read this thread, the more unlikely the information in it is, in his opinion. The origin. The logo and internal presentation slides posted by me come from the 2020 Slack Messenger data breach. All this, as I understand it, is the stage of early concept and pre-production of the game. The source confirmed the legitimacy of these images. The announcement. According to my information, the game should have been announced at the beginning of this year. I also did not rule out the possibility of the game's appearance at the Video Game Awards 2021, based on Jeff's words, regarding his dream of announcing a new Bioshock game at TGA. He also stated that the show would have an announcement that was agreed upon for 2 years, and also considering the very date of the presentation, which took place exactly 2 years after the official development announcement, I thought it was a hint, but that never happened, and it's quite frankly a shame. But if they're not ready, they're not ready. Again, don't want to rush them, I want a good Bioshock. The announcement of the game was postponed due to staff reductions inside the studio, which lost about 40 employees in just 2 months, including leads. I wasn't the only one to report this. I also received early information about the game's Netflix adaptation, including the date of the official announcement, and scheduled a tweet about development problems for the exact same date and time just in case, not knowing if it's real or not. Well, it worked out. At the moment, I don't even have an approximate information, or he should have said, I don't even have approximate information about the announcement date of the game. According to Take-Two reports, it should be released no later than the end of 2024, which is quite a bummer. We can see the announcement as early as next PlayStation Showcase. Maybe this was an agreement, my apologies, between 2K and PlayStation, which was previously reported by Nick, or following Jeff streams at TGA 2022 or any random date. The game itself is not a PS5 exclusive in any form. There was rumors about it being a PlayStation 5 exclusive, kind of like how the original was on Xbox first and then it came out about a month later on PS3. So, here we go. The game. They are not trying to finish it as soon as possible. The whole chain from the studio itself to 2K and Take-Two are concerned about the quality of the final product. It's still Bioshock, with the same concept that doesn't try to massively reinvent, rethink, or reboot the basics of previous games. The release window will not be announced until the developers are sure about the exact date in order to avoid any delays and polish all the nuances. The studio has returned to the previous number of employees and continues to hire new staff. I have received confirmation that the game will be based in Antarctica, an open world with a main story that has multiple endings. Allegedly, the theme of states of water play a huge role in the plot and lore, which will be more extensively revealed through side quests, so probably like your audio diaries, voxophones, stuff like that too. The art style and in-game graphic design is similar to Deathloop. It has 1960s The British Invasion and counterculture vibes. The style is psychedelic and trippy. I guess the music too. Heard about a solid soundtrack and a female protagonist. Still don't know if Gary Shyman is back. And unfortunately, I couldn't get that out of him either during our interview, so sorry. The combat system will be diversified with various utilities and combinations of abilities. The terrain will also have an impact on the conduct of combat. Some familiar characters, or their alternate versions, will return, which we don't know. The game is much larger than all of the previous parts. That is something that excites me a lot. I would love to get lost in a Bioshock game for 30, 40, 50 hours and still feel like I have something to do. Moving on to the less likely things that I've heard. The people who contacted me did not provide any data confirming their information, but I pulled out what seemed to me to be the most plausible in any case. Everything that you read next is most likely a complete and utter lie, or fib. The setting. The narrative is largely built around refugees. The city has become a haven for people who have left Rapture. From here, its multiculturalism sprouts, so you can find areas with architecture from traditional Scandinavian and Asian motifs to Victorian, Bauhaus, and brutalism. Interesting name. I also received information expanding on my previous tweets. It says there are really two cities, the Upper Borealis and the lower one, Aurora, named after the cruiser that played an iconic role in the communist revolution in the Russian Empire, hiding under the layers of ice. A Soviet city that was completely built and maintained by the slave labor of prisoners from the camps. The protagonist is allegedly one of them. In the that's a different one. In the course of the story, you enter the prosperous city of Borealis. Your goal is to unite two cities, which I assume would be Borealis and Aurora. This is the only story-wise information that I could consider even a little plausible, but still take this with an enormous grain of salt. I couldn't find anyone who could somehow confirm this information. I wasted a lot of time trying to figure out all the stuff I recently received. It's only a selected bit of information that has been sent to me since December. The rest is obvious nonsense or details that don't matter. Thanks for your interest, but please don't ask me again for updates on Bioshock. I post whatever I think is reasonable enough. And then finally, if you know anything that can clarify or refute what was said earlier, my DMs are always open. You can also contact me via this and in Telegram here. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that all of the leaks, all of the rumors, speculation, and stuff like that are true? Or do you think it's just complete bullshit that might just be something to throw the trail off a little bit? That way people like me who look into a lot of this stuff and really try to piece things together we get confused because we don't know what's true, what's false, what's going to be in the game, what's not going to be in the game. It's a smart business tactic if they want to do it like that, so it gets me excited for the next game. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Other than that, if you enjoy Bioshock content and would like to see more, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and turn on all post notifications to never miss a future video or a future live stream, because YouTube can be a little wonky sometimes with sending out videos to notifications. Also, be sure to like the video. It helps this video get out there, it helps the channel grow, and it promotes the video in the YouTube algorithm. We must praise the YouTube algorithm gods. Anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. With that being said, take care, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.